Hey, good afternoon, my fellow friends. Mr. Cool is back, and we're going to do the podcast a couple times today before I have to go to work tomorrow and get up at 5 a.m. and be at work at 7 a.m. Anyway, first of all, as you can see me here, I'm setting my alarm a little early today, so I will not forget to set my alarm. Because sometimes in life we forget to set our alarms, and we can set our alarms on our phone, but not all the time we're going to set our alarms on our phone. We're just going to do what we got to do, right? We're going to do what we got to do and just get it into the motion of setting the alarm. First of all, this ain't the best podcast right now, but when you're getting to the point to be able to set the alarm, you got a blinker. It's called a blinker on the alarm. Maybe a little defect on the alarm clock, but to get it to get into the mode of the red zone, because sometimes the red zone, the red dot kind of flickers off and on, so it's just a little difficulty, but the alarm clock works great, by the way. And I'm going to show you the alarm clock, for everybody knows what the alarm clock looks like, because Mr. Cool wants to be cool with the alarm clock. Let's take it to the main story here. As you can see, this is the alarm clock, as we all can see here. This is one of my radios here. This is called a TEF 6686 radio. It's a module, actually. It's actually a car radio. This is a portable car radio. If nobody knows about these little receivers modules, this is a TEF 6686 car radio with a car radio chip in it. So think about a car radio, a portable car radio that we can walk around with that car radio chip inside of it. But anyway, that's one example of the car radio chip that's in this portable car radio. Let's go around as I'm doing the podcast here. Still live again. All right, we don't have a subject to talk about today, but as you can see, all the radios here, we're going to talk about all the different radios and cassette recorders, and you want to see everything that I have. These are all the radios, cassette players, from some radios to many of the radios here that I tunely have. I like to get in close when I do the little videos here so people can see if you're interested in what I do. A lot of the times that I'm not on podcast, if I'm not working, I will let you know that my podcast can be about anything, but today we don't have a subject. I'm just showing people some of the radios that I have, doing a live podcast here on radios. Let's take a look at some of the radios as we go slowly through. This is actually a Texan PL300, old school. This is one of the C. Crane pocket radios. Another Texan PL300. This is a Texan, get really close in, a PL606. Another C. Crane Skywave 2 radio. I don't really put the videos in there too much, but I try to get the closest, and this one even has a radio chip from a car radio. I don't know if anybody knows about these, but these are the Qdosons, DX286. You get these on Amazon, and they are very good radios. and I recommend the DX 286 radio. I recommend them. It's a car radio chip, and it's also put out by the TEF 6686 radios. And they also came in DX286, but they also came in as the SR286 also. And that's an interesting radio. It's run on a car radio chip. So this is like a portable car radio, I consider it too. So it's like a carry-along portable radio. And you can see the name of it, Qdosin. Here, Qdosin. And we go to, let me pull out this one for everybody can see. The one on Amazon that I have gotten is that one, is the Qdosin 286. You know, just doing it slow, slow, slow. A very popular radio. I think I did some reviews on this, but maybe I didn't. But we'll do reviews on this one a little later. So I'm trying to kind of do podcasts, shortening them up. And as you go up here, this is a TEF portable car radio. And TEF 6686 radio. Very sensitive and very selective portable radio for a car radio. Then I got some other radios back there. As you can see, this is a Deeplek. I don't really bring it out too closely, but as you can see, a Deeplek. The rest of these black and the yellow ones are the Deeplek DP666. Sorry about that, saying 666, but this is what the radios are. This is another portable radio I have. This is a radio called the Sparklet. It's still on the same chip. It's still on the radio, the car radio chips that they have. They made these interesting radios, and then they got this one that has a radio chip. The same one. This is the one that I listen to a lot of times. This is the NXP ATS 125 high sensitivity radio. And you can see a little bit of the radio. It's a Bluetooth, actually, so I can hook a phone up to that and probably play some music in the background with this great, beautiful radio, as you see. But yeah, you know, we're just kind of just showing you some of the radios that they make now. They're portable car radios. And you think this little tiny little receiver here is an interesting radio. This is actually a portable, an actual portable radio itself, you know. But it's a car chip. It has a car radio chip in it. But yeah, that's about it. And this is actually, you could see here, it says TEF 6686. And they came out with it called the Belova. I don't really, or Bellotti, whatever the name of it is. But, oh well, we don't know. But anyway, this is it for now. We're going to walk around and show you some other things about radio equipment. This is one of my Quantum AM boosters, 40 decibels of gain. This one is the Quantum QX Loop V3.0. Excellent AM loop antenna. And this thing is powerful, by the way. That thing puts out 40 decibels of gain. So when you think about 40 decibels of gain, that thing has a lot of power behind it. And I put these radios together, but interesting is I'm here talking about radio today. That's our subject really to talk about, because it's interesting to talk about radio because we realize how radio is nowadays. So, you know, I'm so glad that I got somebody watching But hopefully they'll continue watching. Maybe they're just looking to see the podcast. Maybe they're just looking to see what's there. But anyway, yeah, let's go in the other room so everybody can see all the other radios I have. And this is a really interesting thing we will talk about. I don't know if I ever sent this before, but I can get super close up on a lot of these radios, but I can take all day doing this. But, you know, these are portable pocket radios that I have. A lot of pocket radios, as you can see. And these are all Texan radios and probably Grundigs, but, you know, there's a lot of them here. This is one of my C. Crane super radios. C. Crane came out with a super radio. It's called a C. Crane. And this is the actual model number to it. It's hard to actually get in there. Texan, but this is C. Crane's radio that I have. Like I said, when you do videos, it's not as always easy to do. But this is the EP Pro. This is the EP Pro that they still have out there. It's an excellent radio. And on the side there, they have an antenna trimmer, so we can pull in stations even farther away. A little antenna trimmer. As you can see, the antenna trimmer is that little knob on the side here. So I moved that little knob right here. I'm actually touching the knob. This is an antenna trimmer. So if I rotate it up and down, it'll boost the signal in the radio. So, and this goes to the actual ferrite rod on the actual, the loop that's actually built into the radio. This is actually the loop antenna that rotates the and amplifies the signal through that little button here. Thought people would be interested. If they ever want a C. Crane EP radio, get one, because a C. Crane EP Pro or the EP are very excellent radios. They're very excellent radios. C. Crane carries them, and you know, anybody that wants a C. Crane radio, I definitely recommend C. Crane. They're up in Fortuna, California. Some of the old radios I tend to have is my favorite radio, the Sony ICF 2010. And really, it's so hard to get an actual, video of the 2010, because without shaking around. This is one of my old Zenith radios that I got years ago. It's a Zenith Royal 475, as you can see, not very easily. But I'm just basically talking about radio today. So I'm just showing you close-ups of radio. This far radio in the back is a C. Crane SW. This is a C. Crane that radio came out with shortwave, an excellent radio for shortwave AM and FM reception. Then we got this one closer here. This is my favorite radio, the Sony ICF 2010. One of the best radios that is out there. I like it. It's one of my favorite communication receivers, but I love that radio. And I got some of the old, like I said, I don't use them that much, but collector's items like this one here in the box. These are all 1954 radios. This is the very first. As I put my box real close, as you can see, I like to do a real close-up. As you can see, the Regency TR1G and the TR1 came out in 1954, the very first transistor radio to come out. And yes, I'm just still here, just talking about radio. Hopefully I'll get some people that are interested in the radio. There's a lot of people don't know that much technology. It's all about, nowadays, you can see radios or listen to radios online, or radio stations online. But that's some of the Zenith radios. I got a lot of them in bags. Why? People ask me, why are they in bags? To keep them fresh, and you don't have to worry about, you know, dust and grime and dirt and grime to get in there. This is the old radio Motorola came out with. Motorola came out with a really nice little radio, 8 transistor. And then some of my other radios, close-up radios, try to get in there the closest I can get in here. A Toshiba 8 transistor radio, very classic radio. And here's an old Philco radio, an old Philco pocket radio, and that thing is very, very sensitive and selective. Then Montgomery Ward's actually came out with some great little pocket transistor radios. That's an 8 transistor radio that they came out, Ward's Airline. And then, I don't know what else to really talk about, but these are examples of some of the radios I actually have. And this is an interesting one here. This is actually an Emerson. Don't really know what year that actually came out, but let's try to get the closest I can get. You know, I don't want to go on forever, but, you know, as people can see, I could try to get as close as I could do, and you could see it close up. Sorry it's taking so long in the video, but this is a Zenith Royal 40 radio that came out in the 50s or 60s. And then we have, this is a Zenith Royal 50 radio, as you can see it. And I put a lot of my radios, the classic ones, in little bags because I don't want my radios to get damaged or dirt and all that grime and stuff we talk about. So that's about it. And then I got some antennas in here. This is a FM antenna, omnidirectional. I got some rabbit ear antennas. What else? Another great radio here is a great radio, as you can see, is the Super Radio GE came out with. I got the original box, and I got several of these GE Super Radio 1 radios. Excellent radios. And that was the 2880. So they came out with the very first Super Radio, which was 72880A, and then they came out with the 72880B. But until then, Pee Wee Herman is a collector's item. We go to one of my TVs in my room. And what else we going to talk about today? Nothing really else to really talk about. So if you're here with me today and just join the channel, this is Mr. Cool, you know, just giving you a tour around the house and trying to get through today. But yeah, you can see as I walk around here doing this podcast, just wanted to say to everyone out there, have a nice day, and I'll be going back to work tomorrow. Had a whole week off, just celebrated my birthday March 10th. For anybody that doesn't know, my birthday was March 10th. I celebrated another birthday. And until then, won't say anything else for the day. Maybe I'll do another podcast later tonight. But until then, to all family and all friends, have a nice day. God bless everyone in Facebook land. And I will talk to you later. Bye for now. Mr. Cool.